Good morning all, and welcome to this week's assembly titled Making the Most of Your Newfound Time, which will be presented by myself and Mr Whitehouse. As the coronavirus continues to spread around the world, there is a lot of uncertainty as to how and when this pandemic is going to end. As more countries are on lockdown, the world is taking a pause. It has already caused major disruption to our daily lives. Most people are now working from home. Schools, as you well know, remain closed. Concerts, festivals and entire sports seasons have been cancelled, much to my dismay, but I'm sure to many of yours too. Visiting or spending time with grandparents and extended family have become potentially life-threatening. Weddings, family celebrations and holidays have even been cancelled too. Non-essential stores and businesses still remain closed. We've even had bare shelves in our supermarkets and local shops. Up until recently, panic buying has led to a lack of many essential items, namely toilet rolls and hand sanitizer. And we're now even queuing to get into these local shops. Who would have thought that just a few months ago this would all be the case? During this time, we may all be experiencing moments of feeling overwhelmed and a little confined to a box. For many of us, what has changed most immediately is spatial. We have stayed at home and away from contact with other people. We have withdrawn from school, vacations, gyms, even parties, from the general busyness of everyday life. This temporary loss of freedom can bring about many different emotions. These thoughts can be the first things we think of when we explain the chaos of this time. The outbreak of COVID-19 may be stressful for people. Fear and anxiety about a disease can be overwhelming and cause strong emotions. Notice that many may be negative, and rightly so, as there are negatives coming from this situation. We must take a moment to remember those who are experiencing health difficulties associated with this disease, along with key workers and those who now have adverse circumstances to face as a result of this situation. However, in the midst of this fear and isolation, we can learn that positive change is possible. What if, amidst all of this, we try to use the time to discover something new about ourselves and about the world around us? In all of this, the one main thing we have more of is time. What can you do to make the most of it?
Good morning and welcome. Thank you, Mrs. Taylor, for your words so far. I'm going to start by following on from Mr. Moran's sentiments of his first ever virtual assembly for TPS. He talked about this concept of having newfound time that you wouldn't ordinarily have. So 86,400 seconds each day to take up new opportunities for self-development. So Mr. Moran mentioned the fact that there are numerous musicals, online theatre performances, all being streamed absolutely free, alongside a NASA space exploration that you can complete virtually, and the fact that Amazon have made all of their audio books for children free. So hopefully you've taken up some of these opportunities already, alongside the interesting remote learning that our teachers have set you. But today I want to focus on how you can use your time to keep yourselves physically and mentally healthy. It's really, really important that you keep to a schedule during your newfound time. Without steady schedules, the lines between schoolwork and personal time can get blurred. This can understandably make things really stressful. So during this period, try to follow normal sleep and work patterns where you can, staying as consistent as possible. Get up at the same time as you usually would. Eat breakfast, schedule in your other meals to stop you snacking and sneaking off to the fridge. And even schedule in your commute. So if you usually spend 20 minutes walking to TPS in the mornings, then utilise this time to listen to music, read a book, relax before you turn your computer on to start your school day. Most importantly, when your school day stops, you stop working. Shut down the computer, stop checking your school emails and focus on your home life. At the end of the day, try and get a good night's sleep as you usually would. Now, you don't have to be a PE teacher like me to realise the importance of exercise at a time like this. It is crucial for maintaining your physical and mental well-being. Now, exercise releases hormones called endorphins, which make you feel happy once you've taken part. And I'm sure, having taken part in numerous PE lessons in the past, you'll have had those feelings of accomplishment. And that's exactly the same as exercising at home. Now, the great thing is at the moment, there are lots of online workouts that you can access and follow via your mobile phone or your computer each day. So I've selected my 3 favourites. There you can see my hero, Joe Wicks, who does a daily workout at 9 AM on YouTube. And some of those have been pretty intense. The good thing is it's fun, it's accessible. And on a Friday, I think he even does a fancy dress workout. We've also got Oti Mabusi from Strictly Come Dancing. She does, I think it's 3 dance routines per week that you can join along with. I know that's one of Mr. Graham's favourites. He's currently trying to master the rumba. And we have Olympic champion Max Whitlock, who has been doing regular workout routines on his social media that you can do in your very own living room, so you feel ready for those rings. Now, I've been doing a combination of different exercises each day. So some days I do an online workout, but I usually follow it with a skills challenge for that added feeling of accomplishment. So I've seen a few people doing this loo roll challenge. So this was my effort yesterday afternoon. So I completed that challenge first take. So I had to then come up with a different one straight after. Can you believe it? But you can use any number of household items. You don't have to have specialised sports equipment. Think back to your days at primary school when you used to use eggs and spoons and do the sack race. You can do any number of physical challenges in the home, and I would like to see you sending those into the school. So Mrs. Rushmere recently set the challenge of let's get physical. And all of the students you're about to see have sent in pictures of them exercising whilst at home. So some of the examples of TPS pupils doing their exercises whilst maintaining strict social distancing rules you can see on the screen. But that doesn't mean that it can't be fun. Look at what we've got so far. We've got some incredible creativity here with some indoor mountain biking. Who knew that was even possible? We've got trampolining, running, lots of footy, and we've even got a workout involving a dog. Look there. So keep these workouts coming into Mrs. Rushmere's PE department. Love seeing what you guys have been getting up to. Staying connected with family, friends, neighbours and school is so important right now. Feeling isolated can be normal, but there are lots of ways to stay in touch with those who matter, boosting their mental well-being as well as your own. In and out of school, human interaction matters. Having time enables you to have conversations that you might not usually have. You might also take the opportunity to show how much you care about loved ones. Schedule in video calls and pick up that phone instead of emailing. Don't forget the school are here to help. And remember, your friends might be feeling exactly the same as you. So ask how they're doing and see whether there's ways that you might be able to support one another. One of the great ways of connecting with the wider community at the moment is by taking part in the Thursday evening show of appreciation, the claps for the NHS and the care workers. Never before have I had that opportunity to speak to so many neighbours that I'd never spoken to before. So my last top tip to ensure your physical and mental well-being is by practicing something called mindfulness. Now, mindfulness is a mental state achieved by focusing one's awareness on the present moment, whilst calmly acknowledging and accepting your feelings. Now, regardless of the circumstances, I think everyone should factor in some mindfulness each and every day, which can last from 10 minutes to an hour. Some examples of mindfulness could include colouring in, deep breathing techniques, muscle relaxation, so things like yoga and Tai Chi, and there's lots of examples of that on things like YouTube, and even naming your emotions. So I've got a link at the bottom of this page to the Every Mind Matters website, and that can supplement some of this mindfulness practice that you will be doing. So before you leave us this morning, just like we would with a daily bulletin, I have two announcements. The first for your Year 7, which is that the deadline for your University of Game Changer challenges has been extended. So we'll be holding the graduation after September in the autumn term. To supplement that, we've added some additional optional challenges that you'll be able to find on the remote learning section of the website very soon. One of those challenges includes filming a short video just like this for our new Year 7s who will be starting in September, and we'll be having a slightly different transition period, so that will be really important for them. The second announcement is for our Year 8s and the fact that the Year 8 peer mentor applications have been made available online. So I sent an email a couple of weeks ago via a Google form for you to complete. The bar has been set very high by our current Year 9 peer mentor teams, who have been the largest and probably one of the most committed yet. So please do, Year 8, get your application in to me. So I wanted to leave you with a message from one of our most popular teachers, Mrs. Marshall, that she sent to our staff last week. Is it just me, or is everyone else missing school? I miss the routine, the pupils, the unpredictability of the school day, cursing the photocopier, shouting at the printer, the smell of the cleaning products, the smell of the school dinners, and all of the familiar smiley faces. Let's hope things are back to normal soon. So it leaves me to say that we miss you all, and while spending time at home with our families is lovely, the staff at TPS are really looking forward to seeing you again soon. So look after yourselves and do take care.